In this video, we are taking a deeper dive into sunspots, melasma, hyperpigmentation, and a strategy I love to use with my clients that I don't hear very much on YouTube. Stay tuned, that's coming up next. Welcome back, Christine Byer here, licensed esthetician for 23 years. So yes, sunspots, hyperpigmentation, whatever you want to call it. It's a pain. You know, sunspots are melanin, which is our body's natural defense mechanism against the sun. You know it, the melanin spits out and umbrellas over the DNA of the cell to protect it. So in this video, I'm assuming you know all that. So what I like to do with my clients, especially tougher cases, I will get them on a series of peels. Sometimes if you have melasma or deeper hyperpigmentation that's already in the dermis, you will need the big guns, and then you'll have to do maintenance because there is no cure for it. You can get rid of superficial stuff, but don't let anybody tell you there's a cure. Once they discover the cure for this, they're gonna be billionaires, whoever that may be. But so far, modern science has not found a cure for hyperpigmentation. Now, there are certain ingredients that work really well and been scientifically proven to brighten the skin and lighten sunspots. And so what I like to do is change up two things with my hyperpigmentation clients. The first one is I like to change up their methods of exfoliation. And so I like them to be on different types of exfoliation. And so what that means is I like them to be on an acid and then an enzyme, and an acid and an enzyme. I like this method because acids tend to be a little harsher on the skin, and the enzyme will come in the next time and it will be a little softer on the skin, but they work in totally different ways. And so it's kind of like throwing stuff at the skin that it's not ever gonna expect, right? And so you get into this rhythm where you'll do an acid, then an enzyme, an acid, then an enzyme, right? And so something like you could do the rescue enzyme 1, maybe 2 times a week. And this doesn't eat live tissue, and you go in with the Revive exfoliating serum just about every other day. If you start to get dry or sensitive, you can pull back the reins. The reason exfoliation is so important, and I've watched a lot of videos and they never even talk about exfoliation. They'll talk about peels, but at-home exfoliation before you put on a brightening product is so important. Why? Because melanin is formed deep within the skin at that dermal epidermal junction. So it's got to get deeper in there to do its job. And so people who pick up just a simple brightening serum or cream, and maybe it doesn't have any acids in it, it is going to take forever to work if it ever does at all, because it's got to get deep inside the skin to do its work, to suppress the melanin. So, and what I like to do that is in between switching up my exfoliations, I like to switch up different skin brighteners because they all work in slightly different ways. They all are tyrosinase inhibitors, right? So we don't want to switch that tyrosinase switch because that will kick in more melanin production. So all of these berberry extract, licorice, hydroquinone, all of the natural and prescription-made skin brighteners work in the same way, where they block melanin formation. And so I like to switch those up because that keeps the skin always guessing, and you can see which ones work better for you. And so you can start to do, like for example, I will do the Triple C. Vitamin C is a great skin brightener, and this has 3 different types of vitamin C. This is a very nice brightener all on its own. And then I'll add in Brighten the Day. Now I like to stay on the vitamin C because that's something your body, your skin always needs to help produce collagen. So I just stay on that. But then you'll do Brighten the Day, licorice, daisy leaf extract, berberry extract, a lot of nice skin brighteners that are botanically based, so you're not bludgeoning it into submission, right? So you can do hydroquinone, but I wouldn't do it for a long period of time because then you can get hypopigmentation. I have a friend, she is from Venezuela. We lived together in my early 20s, and she had, like many Venezuelans do, very large freckles on her cheeks, and they'll get them all, you know, solar lentigens, and they'll get them all on their chest. And so she went to a dermatologist by where we lived, and they had her on hydroquinone, and she brightened quite a bit and was looking pretty good. And then we went to Puerto Rico. She piled on the sunscreen. She just left it there in big white blobs, you know, like the surfers do. And what happened was it came right back the first day. Now, she had been putting this really cytotoxic hard on the skin, and the skin put up with it, and it beat it into submission, and it brightened. But the first chance the sun got to just kiss her skin, it was like, we give up. And all the melanocytes started working again, and they just spit it all out. She was darker than before, and it was just rebound pigmentation like nobody's business. So that's why I like to take this gentler approach. It's like I shuffle around my exfoliants and I shuffle around my skin brighteners, because it tends to get a better result long term. And if you're on maintenance, if you've had a series of peels or IPL or any laser work to get rid of pigmentation, then you want to be on a really good routine afterwards to keep your results. This sort of cycling of different exfoliants and the cycling of different brightening products is my go-to for helping brighten up my clients' spots. Anyway, now you know the secret. Thanks for watching. Bye now.